Beautiful people, come closer. Today we are ranking every team of the season player in order. Hot, fuego, quick fire. There will be plenty of disagreements. We have a comment section. Do not be shy to use it and abuse it. And if you want to see this re-upped with the other leagues, drop a like for the blessing. Without further ado, at number 50, Dozy, undersized lady goalkeeper, pretty low on the priority list. Respectfully. Number 49, Remco, similar situation. We're going to struggle with goalkeepers. They're always opinionated. Everyone I know that plays the game has their preferences. Number 48, Troy, the anti-meta. From 68 to 90, them stats is fraudulent this way. Let's move on. Number 47, Super Non-Mario. And he's got a chip shot for one of the playstyle pluses, a bit of a throwaway. So you already cut him down a playstyle. I just don't have minutes or a mass incentive approach to introduce him into teams. I don't know when he's playing. Number 46, Ludovic. Trickster will help with the wingers and the cams, turning progression, but I'll leave that here. Number 45, De Jong. He's not dropping shoulders. We're not seeing body feints. He's not evasive, and he's not Drogba. And I feel as if Zweback would try to bring this together. Very Zweback-esque type of player where you're launching crosses. You almost have to build a team around him. Number 44, Boosie is not getting busy and represents another ordinary winger this way. And I've had better wing players since before team of the season. Number 43, we have Magnus. I love the name. When I have a son, I might put this into the equation as a possibility for a namesake for now the Greek French god that's up and coming, but this item is just not that. Number 42, Geronimo Rulli. And my opinions on goalkeepers have not changed. He's getting a little bit of a higher pusher, but this is the best of the best when it comes to team of the season new entries. Number 41, Tillman. Maybe I'm kicking a little bit of a bias, but at the end of the day, still somewhat average talent compared to what you already have in your squads. The reality is, how many players do you have that are even 90, 91, even 92 that are getting real minutes, real playing time, starting 11 off the bench? What's the reality look like? Number 40, Hahado. I like that he can play as a fullback or a center back. He's not slow, but the positioning, physicality, they don't necessarily match the high end. We're not talking luxury. Number 39, the highly packed Maikuma. Never your first selection on the docket, but he is quick-witted, sort of bouncy-like, has that Frimpong feels. Number 38, Ufrin, 5'5" center mid or holding mid. Does have bruiser, and I'd like to co-sign for middle-based players, specifically center mids, holding mids, center backs. Assuming they have some sort of defensive characteristics, I quite enjoy that play style. It's been on the up and up. Number 37, Gills. I don't love undersized center backs. I'm trying to talk to the masses, at least to a certain degree, but 5'8", 5'9", not the body type for it, not part of meta game plan. I don't make the rules. I'm just a messenger. It's an observation. I'm a bit of a heightist. Number 36, Højbjerg. Anticipate on a holding mid. That is a value addition. You likely have players that are better, but maybe you want to run it back for old time's sake, or you're Danish. Good morning. I'd like a Danish. Number 35, Gracie. And we see her packed all the time. Wild stat lines, but they're more newspaper numbers. You might have a couple headlines, but she's not been an in and out starter. At number 34, we've got Sophia out wide, electric with the stat lines. She's stuffing greens everywhere, but I'm having issues with positioning. And fullbacks in particular with the ladies this year, that has been a constant. It's not all, but generally speaking, something has been missing when we're not coordinating properly. At number 33, Onumaru. I don't know that I got that quite right. She does have legit pace. The low driven is nice for the finishing. We know it's OP this year. And if EA gave her the 5-star weak foot or the skills, she might have more room to run. Number 32, Ant-Man. We're talking hoops or what? Anthony Edwards still playing in the playoffs as we're recording, and he has been doing more than a little bit. I quite like this version of the Ant-Man as well, but I find him more as a super sub, but I suppose it depends how you're building out your squadron. At number 31, Andre Santos. He should be better. We can look at stats. I can read them to you. Tiki-taka, incisive, intercept. He just hasn't been commanding in the midfield for me. Number 30, Josip. Quite surprised with the output. Still some questions around positioning. Speed might be closer to an 85, but nonetheless, this is where I have him. Number 29, Olivier. 5'11", lean body type. Not what I would prefer for center backs, but intercept, anticipate, bruiser, bringing them back full circle. Number 28, Karchawi. She is slipping down the charts. Fantastic offensively, but just too much of a liability defensively this way. Number 27, David. And we have rapport. I believe in his virtual additions. I don't need to go into too much more detail, but I'm giving him the cosign. Number 26, Taliso, who's been active in all sorts of different packs, and he's also guilty of this 90 clued up speculation that I've been starting to push an initiative around 12 stats at a 90 overall. When you get into that deep dive, it's become the most dangerous stat line in the game because you don't know where you stand. At number 25, Kenneth Taylor doesn't necessarily have a distinguished role, might be my critique. He's not a prime box to box or a holding mid. Even as a cam, you might have someone who's more suited to play in that role, but either way, on the pitch, I found value. Number 24, Zakaria, sleeper build in the middies. I don't think this is a hot take, but he's one of those prime performers for a lower rated team of the season. He does his job without question. He has discipline, follows the game plan, jockey, bruiser, good looks. Number 23, Rabiot. And I might be standing alone. I'm on an island, but I trust in the great Rabiot. He's got that conqueror type of build in the middies where he goes box to box. He takes up space. He has a bit of that rude Hullet gallop. I'm not saying he's at that level, but we can reminisce, and he's causing problems. He's disruptive. He's big body typing. Number 22, LaBelle. Bentaleb. Enjoyment, yes sir. I've noticed some hot and cold moments, but immaculate vibes. Number 21, Alexandro. Nice little center back optionality. Personal favorite with the combination play with jockey and anticipate. If you're a manual defender, which I am, yours truly, that lines up greatly well. Number 20, Santa Claus. We have rooted history, and he's still holding up his end of the bargain. Quite agile with the jockey plus, acute movements out wide that rival elite fullbacks. At number 19, Jonathan David. You should be familiar. He is who you would expect him to be. Through ball merchant for hire. Finishes everything. Sharks smelling blood. Number 18, Mika. And I'm not a believer in the 99 pace, but his overall performance has been well above expectation. The low-driven power shot, first touch, 90 passing. That's not a truthful statement. Don't expect a dime dropper, but overall, he's been a pleasant surprise. Number 17, Semi. I know he's a 96, but he's not at that next level, at least not on the virtual pitch with your improvements. Still breaks into the top 20. At number 16, Evan. I've been watching the IRL highlights all week long. He's got that big body like an Escalade, but he's fast, skillful, absolute threat in the attack. And I love some versatility. Right wing, right mid, left wing, striker, give it to me. Number 15, I have Marquinhos, and hear me out. I understand if you have him much higher on your ranking. I might have a mental hurdle at this point for multiple years of disappointment. He's got anticipate, intercept, aerial, hella boosted physical stat lines, and I'm seeing him all over Foot Champ sides. I just don't find him at that next stage or that next level for center backs when I use them. Number 14, Dumerne. Bit of an anomaly. Striker, center mid, 5'3". This is a pro club's build out the box. It's written front cover, back pages, and everything in between. She doesn't really make sense, but enjoy this mock-up of an artiste pitch side. At number 13, we have Ryan as a center attacking midfielder, and you better capitalize it. He's almost too particular to have any higher on the list. But the way that we are able to get together and orchestrate with the double 5-star and pure silk with the footwork and the first touch is world class. I'm giving hand claps across the board. He has been phenomenal and he costs next to nothing, which I should mention, most of these players are relatively cheap. At number 12, Noah Lang, and he's growing in the priority list the more that I use him. Explosive skill move execution with extra close control. Call him Gillette. That is a shaving reference. Number 11, Majri. I love her. Quite open play oriented, flashy, has the deception, shiny, expressive, true attacking, notion, finesse, rapid, trickster. If only EA gave her a naturalization to a center attacking midfield role. At number 10, we have Vitinha, and I rate him heavy. little playmaker in the middies that sneaks into the right places at the right times for a full 90. No second guessing, plenty of reliability, and in some sort of strange sense, he can easily go unnoticed, but not in a negative way. He's just not grabbing the main show times if you're going to an IMAX, but the subtle details are everything. Number 9, Nuno Mendes. Just played a full weekend league with them. Quality out wide, one of the best in his position, surely. Number 8, Mateo. She's lovely. Bit of a floating attacker. The biggest challenge might be where do you play her? And I've used her mostly out wide or center attacking midfielder, but depending who you've signed, what SBCs you've completed, the pickups and the packs, it does come down to availability. And if you've put her into motion, I'd love to know where you felt she was best suited. At number 7, Renard. There's no thrills, but you get your return of investment. 99 defense on the boards with the right play style listings. Number 6, Chawinga. Deadly, aggressive, pacey, extreme. She applies such a great degree of pressure. You're sweating. That could be a reference to deodorant with degree. At number 5, I've got Barcola. Man's ready to roll out. Demon time on call. But I do believe as we move forward with the promos, there will be more than a handful of wingers coming in team of the season that look quite familiar, not just from some stat room stuffing, but also the output that you're getting on the virtual pitch. Just my opinion. Number 4, Bacho. Did not see this coming. 4 play styles, and we have a new sheriff in town, and you don't want to see him in a duel. Anticipate, jockey, block, relentless, 2 thumbs up. Number 3, Lindsay Horan. Complete packaging. American bias might be kicking, but she's a goal scorer. She's a provider, creative, innovator, inventor, if you will. Happy that she got the upgrade that she deserves, and she has been active in everywhere in the midfield. Chasing back, going forward, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Some beautiful storytelling, which brings us to number 2, João Neves. And how good has that PSG side been? Playing beautiful football. Yoga bonito, if you will. Pass and move, overlapping runs. And he's basically a better version of Vitinha. Might be the easiest description. Pinpoint with the passing and the precision. And at number 1, it has to be Ousmane Dembele. Faster than everyone. Absolute havoc in the box. He's the ultimate finisher now with the low drivens, both feet, left stick, unparalleled, truly problematic item. And clear top dog within this promo, and he's going to compete for the best 11 of all the team of the season. You can put me on the record. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We went through 50 players. If there's any names that get included at a later stage, put it down below in the comments. I'll give you my thoughts, my opinion, where I would rank them overall. And as always, we'll have plenty more of this goodness coming out ASAP.